How do I get the body of my dreams? Have I even pictured myself looking fit? I bet it's hard to look hot. No bro, 'tis not hard at all. But we do need to think before we achieve. If you do not have a 10 out of 10 body, but you could easily say something like, I guess it would be pretty nice to look like David Lade, but maybe a natural version. Shade. Then clearly there is something wrong, bro. All you have to do is put in a little bit of effort and you'll get a lot of results. Now let's walk through the steps that you need to go through to have the perfect meal prep and diet plan for you, your body, and your goals. First, we need to identify a goal. Fat loss or muscle gain. Got it? Good. Next, we need to find the macro balance that our body needs in order to reach that goal. Macros are simply just proteins, fats, and carbs that are equally balanced out to hit the goal that we need in either a caloric surplus or a caloric deficit. And I do not feel like making this video 30 minutes long, so if you do not know how to find your macros, check out this video. And now that we have our numbers, we need to set up our meal plan so we know exactly what to eat on a daily basis. The purpose of a meal plan is to ensure that we are going to hit our numbers consistently every single day, which is going to guarantee you your dream body. The only way you are not going to reach your dream body is if you do not stay true to yourself and are not consistent. First thing I recommend you do is to create a list of 8 to 12 foods that you know that you can eat every single day. And because we have found our macros, we do not necessarily need to eat healthy foods in order to reach our goal. The more healthier, whole, unprocessed foods that you do include into your meal plan is going to keep you healthier all around. But as far as hitting that goal, whether it's weight loss, getting that dream physique, it really doesn't matter what foods you eat as long as you are hitting those numbers. And no, boys, do not include eating out. The next thing we have to do is strategically plan our consumption of calories throughout the day. So you can have as many meals as you'd like. It could be 1 meal a day or it could be 7 meals a day, so long as you are hitting your numbers and you are evenly distributing your macros throughout the day. And now, since we have a list of foods that we want to eat, the next thing we want to do is go to MyFitnessPal and find the macros that are in each food. I'm also going to leave the link to that MyFitnessPal macro food chart down in the description so you guys don't have to go look for it, because sometimes it can be hard to find. But if you guys do go to Google and type in MyFitnessPal macro food chart, you will find the link to MyFitnessPal, and they do have a program or a software where you can type in a food that you have on your food list and it will come back to you with a serving size and the macros in that food for that serving size. Which brings me to this point that when you are finding the macros for these foods, make sure that you are putting them in the right portion sizes. For example, I had eggs on this meal plan, and when I put the eggs into the actual meal plan, I had 2 eggs on this meal plan for breakfast. So what did I do? I simply just found the macros in 1 egg, and since I have 2 in my breakfast, I multiplied it by 2. Once you have found the macros in each of those foods, what you want to do is determine how many meals you want. Do you want 1 meal a day, or do you want 2 or 3 meals a day? Let's say you want 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So we have breakfast, lunch, and dinner set up on our meal plan. Now let's just throw in a couple eggs for breakfast, you know, some chicken for lunch. You just start filling it out, put in some random portion sizes, and then calculate the macros for each meal, and make sure at the end of the day that it comes out exactly or almost exactly to the numbers that you're supposed to hit. Now this is where the adjustment period comes in. Maybe you can only have 3 eggs in the morning instead of 4, or maybe you need to throw in a piece of whole wheat toast to make up for the lack of carbs that you're not hitting. Just play around and make sure that when you're creating your meal plan, it comes out at the end of the day the numbers that you're supposed to hit to reach your goal. Once you've created this meal plan, voila! You have your blueprint to success. The next thing we have to do is look at our meal plan and look at the efficiency of it. We're gonna have to see how many foods on there we actually have to meal prep. For me personally, I do not do any meal prepping. I used to only meal prep my lunches, but I still did not have to meal prep my breakfast or my dinners. So all I had to do on Sundays was cook up enough chicken and enough brown rice for the week to meal prep that, and then portion that out, weigh it, put it in a Tupperware, and then that way I can just grab and go. But since I have a meal plan, I did not need to meal prep scrambled eggs every morning, because I can just go downstairs and make those every single morning. So for the meal plan that you just created, if you're taking a look at it and you look at your schedule and say, I don't have time in the morning to cook breakfast, so I'm gonna have to meal prep that. Okay, well, are you okay with meal prepping that every week? Is the food still gonna taste good? Can you meal prep prep that? Do you have time to meal prep that? If not, try to look at your meal plan and make it as efficient as possible. For me, I don't have to do any meal planning because I have this meal plan right in front of me and I don't have to meal prep to really go out anywhere. But if I did have to go out, the only meal I would have to meal prep would be my lunch, because in the mornings I know exactly what portions, what foods, exactly how much of each food I need to consume. So I'll just go downstairs, make my breakfast, and as long as I'm hitting those numbers, it really doesn't matter if you're meal prepping or not. Meal prepping just comes down to the convenience of you and your schedule. So let's say you just created a meal plan and you notice that you have to meal prep all 3 because of the foods that you chose, or because it's inconvenient timing based off of your schedule for work or school or whatever. Look at that meal plan and see if you can take out some foods and replace them with some easier foods that are grab and go, so you don't have to meal prep, or so you don't have to spend more time cooking in the morning. Live by your meal plan, the sheet that you just created as your meal plan, very religiously, and try to make it as efficient as possible. Now, when it comes to meal prepping, let's say you only have to meal prep your lunch. Let's say you have to meal prep your lunches, and your lunches consists of 8 ounces of chicken breast with 2 cups of brown rice. Well, on Sundays, what I would do is I would cook up 8 ounces of chicken breast and 2 cups of brown rice for 3 to 4 days worth of food. And then on Wednesday or Thursday, you can come back around and re-meal prep again for the end of the week and the rest of the weekend. But in all reality, I would recommend just trying to make it as efficient as possible so you don't have to meal prep. But meal prepping just helps with saving time, so you can just grab and go your lunch and know for a fact that you're going to hit your macros because this is the food that you set up on your meal plan, and you're not just eating random foods, which is gonna give you random results. It's the concept, my dude. If you don't need to meal prep, don't meal prep. But if you really do need to meal prep, then just figure out what you can meal prep and prep for 3 or 4 days, and then come back after 3 or 4 days and meal prep that again. As long as you have a strong foundation, which is that meal plan that we created, then it doesn't matter if you meal prep or not, so long as you are hitting those numbers with the foods that you have on that diet plan every single day. Get creative and figure out what you have to do to fit into your schedule the efficiency of eating this every single day, because that is really the goal. The goal is not how you make it happen. The goal is making it happen every single day. So I hope you guys love this video. If you did and took something away, please drop a like and subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. Remember, guys, I'm dropping new videos every single day at 5 p.m. PST, and I just want to thank all of you guys who recently subscribed to my YouTube channel. You guys are baller. Let me know down in the comments if you have any other video ideas that you want me to make videos on. As always, have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace.